Welcome to the Smash Masters podcast, hosted by Stefan Eschi and Nick Priest. This is where we dig into the auto body collision repair field and talk quality repair methods and how the industry is always changing. Buckle up, it gon' get bumpy.
Good afternoon.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Where are you? Afternoon.
Yeah, right? Right? It's bedtime. It's approaching bedtime.
There was a time when I was always in bed at this time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was at that time. I was starting work around 5:30 in the morning, though, which I'm not doing anymore. So that's probably why.
5:30 trips are they can get tough.
Well, I was starting work at 5:30. That means I was up at 4:30.
Yeah, yeah.
Which
Eldar
I
in the
love
house
that.
this morning. What's
Yeah,
up,
we miss
Eldar?
you too, man.
Absolutely. Hope you're
Yeah.
doing good out there. So what we have, this is episode 11. We're kicking off books.
11 double digits.
You know, we've started getting some traction on the page here recently. So, for all the new people coming in, how you doing? Welcome in. We love having you guys, and we always respond to comments. And
Except this one.
well,
No, I'm just kidding. No, 5 p.m. in Arizona. Yeah. So we chose the 8 o'clock Eastern because, you know, it's not too late for the Eastern, and it's 5 p.m. for the Cali time, the West Coast.
Mhm.
And it, you know, people are getting off the work. We try and do our best to accommodate everybody. We chose Mondays because most people don't plan things on Mondays. So appreciate you coming in, Jeff. Excuse me.
Yep, and for the fine folks that we have over in the UK area,
It's the middle of the night.
it's the middle of the night, and we really
We're
couldn't
sorry.
we couldn't
This was
really
the-
do anything
This
about
was the
that.
earliest we could do it. Yeah, it really was. And so
But I noticed that a lot of those guys, they go back and rewatch and, you know, give us some likes and comments too. But yeah, I know
Yeah.
that's late and you don't want to stay up, especially when you got work to do.
I totally get that. And everybody works on Tuesdays, so
Yep, absolutely, absolutely.
yeah. So we got some more traction on the Facebook page lately. We've grown in like I'd say about 10% follower gain, honestly, in the last few days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For a specific reason, I figured we would share here.
What's up, Daniel?
We're giving a set of that away.
Giving a Kiko knockdown set away.
Mhm.
That's been gaining some nice traction, and I appreciate you guys for liking and commenting, tagging people. That's really fun.
Appreciate it. Really
Yes, sir.
appreciate it. It's been really cool. I mean, obviously, it's fun to provide a giveaway to somebody. Somebody's gonna be really happy with these because I mean, you didn't have to pay anything for them. And well, believe me when I say that these are one of my go-to knockdowns now. Now that I've got them.
Yeah, the peak material is nice, and it gives you a wide range of knockdowns to use, whether you want to put extensions on those or whatever. That set will get you a long way in the knockdown world.
Yeah,
So, really
for
good
sure.
stuff. Yeah.
For sure. And it's an industry standard thread too. So I mean, if you find a tip that you want to use, you could throw it right on one of these knockdowns. But I haven't had to yet. I just leave these peak tips on it, and then I switch when I need to. I use my VIP, and I'm good. You know, like I a little bit of I do use the VIP leather knockdown tip as well. I have that on a different Anson knockdown, a really big, and mine's orange, big plastic knockdown. I love that thing for large soft crowns. Very good. First time I try, it's really good. Yeah. I mean, first time, last time, every time.
Every time you pick it up, it's going to be good.
Yeah, it's a great. So if you want to get entered in this giveaway, make sure to head over to our Kiko um, page. Krishna, I should say it's US, UK, and Canada only. If you're in one of those countries, you're applicable. We would appreciate you go on there and tag some people anyway,
Yeah.
because
Hmm.
we are looking to get some more following, But
Give some
yeah,
good tools away in the process.
maybe at some point we'll get to the point where we can send them anywhere in the world, but we have to limit it for now, and we apologize for that.
Um,
Um,
yeah, no, these are not much bigger than the original knockdowns. If you want them bigger, all you really have to do is just throw a small extension on there, and you're good to go.
which you
If
do.
yeah, I do this. I do that, and you can put as many on as you want. It's not going to hurt. You can have a 2 foot long knockdown if you want.
Yeah.
Um,
Just keep
but
adding
I
extensions.
asked why they had it like that, and a lot of the reasons why is because if you're on like a curved surface where you're up high or something, you really don't need a tall knockdown, and they added those on just to for that feature really. And if you needed something to make longer, well, the extensions are just kind of. I think most of us have those, so you can just throw it on if you need to. But that's really why they're shorter.
Right, and Kiko also offers the modular knockdown as part of most of their sets. I know it's in the L2E,
Hmm.
which is what most body shops have, and that one has there's like 4 or 5 sections. They're extensions,
Yeah.
and then a hitting part, and then they have a number of tips you can choose from. You can take their blending hammer, the square blending hammer tip
Hmm.
off, and put that on your knockdown, and you can have that long, because if you got the bridge in your way, it's nice to be able to put up right up next to the bridge and attack those crowns, and have the ability to hit the top of it because it's that tall. Um,
Good evening,
great
Cass.
great
How you doing?
tools all around from Kiko. I still am very impressed with their R&D process and how they really perfect things before
Hmm.
they release them to the public. So if they're selling it, it's been tested by real technicians, and you know you're getting a good product.
Absolutely. I like that.
Me too. I also liked. I saw Danny. Oh, I'm sorry. Danny shared a video wearing a pretty cool T-shirt. Did you see that?
I did see that. Have you guys
Also,
seen this yet?
also
You see
displaying
that?
a new tool that quick stick. We got to play with it. It's pretty cool,
It
but
is. It absolutely. It's pretty. It's awesome.
it might be a little hard to see on the video. But he is wearing a Smash Masters T-shirt. Look at that. Oh, I gotta get one of those. Actually, honestly, I think I'm gonna order it right now. The Kiko's having a sale
Hmm.
right now, um, and
Yeah, I did see that. They had. I think Mike Mack was doing the sale, advertise.
was it Mike? It was Mike Mack. Yeah,
Yep.
it's
Yep.
right here, right here, right here.
How's it
Hmm.
going, guys? Mike Mack here with Kiko Body Repair Products. I wanted to come and let you guys know our Independence Day sale is live today, Monday, July 1st. We are giving away 10% off of all Kiko branded products. We're giving away free LTT beams with the purchase of any L2E. We also have 20% off of our pre-order items, that new Quick Stick and our K-Tower. Also, any order over $100, we're giving a free koozie and bottle opener. So we have an exclusive deal for
Ooh,
you if you call in Monday through Thursday between 8 and 5 at 888 Kiko Tabs. We're running these deals until the end of the day, Sunday, July 7th, so make sure to get your orders in by then and have a safe and fun holiday weekend.
yeah. Take advantage of that, guys.
Absolutely.
This is a really big sale.
What's up, Case?
Those LTT beams are so useful, and 20% is a huge discount. I mean, I'm used to seeing 10, 15 from most companies.
Hmm.
20%. And you do have to allow some time for delivery. These are pre-orders, the 20% items. But we use both the K Tower, or the new K Tower, and the Quick Stick
Yeah.
while at training last week, and I need both of them.
The K Tower is a beast. It really is.
It's a beast, and the quick stick is just so innovative.
Yeah.
Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk it? Putting a vacuum plate on the bottom of a pogo stick, and then I was
know,
like,
right?
"That's not going to be strong enough." And
It works great too. It works awesome.
we couldn't get that thing off the ground.
I tried my best.
You did. You did.
Oh man. So
I don't have that video.
we don't have the video
Sorry.
put up, but I'm sure a bunch of people have seen it. So
Before we bring in our guest here, who we're really excited to have on Smash Masters, I would like to mention there's a new. Oh, hold on. You have the bar. It would be nice if they would sell the base separately, convert the stick.
I've heard that more than one time already.
I wonder if Chris White is watching and maybe paying attention to that.
He definitely knows about it because it's been mentioned like
Okay.
a lot. So maybe he will. I don't know. I think it was a brainstorm idea. So
We did
I don't know.
almost flip it over.
I don't know. Don't quote me on that, Jeff. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, see what happens. So I would like to bring light to this new platform. It's pretty much a social media website called Collisionverse. It's a place for people in the collision world, and that includes PDR techs because there are PDR techs that are handling collisions too. Into one platform where you can find courses to learn from industry leaders. If you are an industry leader, you can create courses, and maybe eventually, if the site does well, you can maybe monetize those. But just being able to help other people in the industry is just such a great feeling, and I know a lot of you know that. And so, I mean, this is my page, but you know, there's gaining some traction. There's some members here, and it is free to join. It's collisionverse.com. We're trying to grow a community, and I do have a course on here. Of course, my internet, wants to be slow. There it is. How to get big repair times. So I created a course just for this. You can go on there and complete that course. I give the secrets on how to give. It's not a secret. I put it in many videos, but hey, head over here if you want direct access to that information anytime you want. There's leadership excellence. I mean, there's more courses are getting here every time I come on here.
Yep.
And I should mention.
Acquisitions.
I should mention the official podcast of Collisionverse is yours truly, Smash Masters. So we're really honored to be doing that. But yeah, head over to collisionverse.com, get signed up. It's free for now. So get in now.
Get in now while you can.
Get in now, because I think there might be a small monthly charge eventually. But the content on there is going to be so good, it's you're not going to worry about it. Plus, I think it's going to be something like $5 or less per month. So, yeah, what's that? We pay more than that for Netflix, which
really.
Yeah. All right. So there are my plugs. Thanks for listening, everybody. I think we should bring in our guest here.
Brent, let's get him on in here.
Hey,
what's going on?
What's going on, guys? Hopefully, we got good connection now.
I think you're good now. I think you're good now.
It wouldn't be a Smash Masters episode without technical difficulties. So,
Right on.
I did it. I've had my camera completely quit. He's had lights and dogs tracking through the background, so it's all good.
Yeah, I got off my iPad or my laptop now. I moved on to my cell phone, so we should be good on this. I'm hoping.
Yeah, you've been sitting there for quite a little bit in the background, so I think you found what'll work for us tonight.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yep, absolutely. So, we was mentioning the pull towers and K towers. You built your own tower.
Dude,
you still using that tower? Any success with that?
Dude, I pieced together that tower a couple years ago on the fly, man. I had a job in the shop, had some scrap metal, just threw that thing together, man. It's the most basic tower you'd ever see. I mean, there's really nothing to it. And man, dude, using it hardcore to this day. I mean, how I just
Oh,
fixed
really?
a Chevy that I just posted my last video, man. And dude, that thing's insane, man. And it's built under $100. Got some Harbor Freight winches on it. It's insane, dude. It's a great
I,
tower.
actually, if you don't mind, I'm gonna share your pinned video, so everybody knows what we're talking about.
Oh yeah.
Tower
Yeah,
that works
that
for under $100. I put this tower together about 2 years ago on the fly with some scrap metal with boat winches and a truss for adjustment. You can build this tower on the cheap, and I've worked up to 4 winches on this at once. For fender repairs, jack the car up and slide it right up underneath the tire. This will leave you with about 1 to 2 feet underneath the car to stop the ram from flipping. For side panels, I just use a small jack, apply some pressure until I get it up on that pinch weld. You can also take that jack, connect it to the frame rail, and do big pulls on SUVs. Or if you're working smaller cars, just connect to the rear tire. This setup works flawlessly, but I am going to be making another design. I want this back bar to swivel from side to side instead of being fixed, and then I'll put a pin system in it like this. If you guys are mobile, I'd recommend building this tower out of aluminum. Check out the description for all my measurements. If you guys have built something like this, drop a comment below. Follow for more. I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Very cool.
Very nice.
Dude.
And
Yeah. What's so great about that tower is that dude, you can work hands free. You can put multiple points on metal, hands completely free, and then tighten as you go once metal starts springing on you. Very good, man.
That's my
And the
favorite part
sheet-
about
the
towers.
Yeah. And like, dude, your average guy can freaking build that in like a couple hours. It don't take much.
Yeah. Yep.
nice.
I mean, so you come from a collision background, correct?
Yeah, man. That's where I started at. Auto body industry, was in that field for over a decade, and then slowly transitioned, got into PDR. I started getting out of auto body when I started to dude, I went so hard working nonstop, like hour wise, just trying to freaking hustle, man. You know what I'm saying? And I burnt myself out on it, dude. And I was like, man, I got to slowly start to transition out of this. I kept hearing everybody talking about PDR and all this. And I was actually on a Snap-on truck one day. And what really got me, like, to really spark me to get me going is that the Snap-on dude was like, man, there's a guy at another body shop down the road, man. And he just started learning PDR. And now he's like pretty much transitioned. He's still working in the shop and he's their full-time PDR guy. And I was like, man, problem is, dude, back then, man, you can't find anybody to actually show you or train you, or there wasn't really none of that. A lot of hard knocks, man, trial and error.
Oh, I'm sure that's how. Oh, that way. That's how Nick learned, was just purely just fucking around and finding out.
Dude, that's how I
crazy,
learned.
man.
Yep.
Yeah, but like being a body man, dude, like you're working with so much metal. Anybody that knows that has a collision background, like, dude, PDR, you pick up on this so quick. Like, there's not a whole lot to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how to work the metal. As long as you can see it, you know where to push. Like, you spring on it pretty quick, man. You know what I mean? Like, the learning curve is cut in half almost.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, it is.
And
we have a few guys that are in our channel regularly that were collision guys that have transitioned to PDR, or or collision, or learning it, or full-time PDR guys, old school PDR guys, a little bit of everybody. So
it's a growing trend.
It is a growing trend. Absolutely.
Yeah, man. A lot of body guys are trying to, like, dude, they're seeing what's being done now with this glue, and like, dude, they're like, what the heck, dude? A lot of guys, almost everybody, man, I talk to, man, is like, dude, this is crazy. And it is, man.
That's
like,
how I started, was with the glue pulling. So yeah, it changed my life.
It's nuts. Yeah.
Daniel Kraus on here, he says, "What's up, Jonathan?" He made the same tower that you made. I don't know if you can see the comments.
Yeah, I can see him.
Okay,
Nice.
all right, cool. So Daniel, he builds a lot of stuff too, a lot of cool stuff. Southwest Michigan PDR. If you ever check him out, he's got a lot of cool stuff. Aiden, he says you are one of his favorite guests on the podcast, so that's cool.
Yeah, appreciate it, brother. Appreciate the support for sure.
We had we've had some really big names on here, including you, so that's saying a lot. So it's yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm a collision tech. I started with glue pulling. I had a Kiko training with Gene Fetty. It was 2 years ago now, 2 or 3. It was maybe 3 years ago. I have to look up the date. But it totally changed my life. And I mean, it starts out where they teach you how to read the light. And once you learn how to read the light, your path towards PDR is your own. So I took it and I ran with it. I brought a hood home. I got some push tools and just started doing it. I went the training route. I was signed up for Real World PDR, Jim Mitchell's online program, and then I found a local PDR tech, and I kind of convinced him to train me. He wasn't doing training, but I wanted to talk because you offer training, don't you?
Oh yeah,
What's up?
yeah. We
Is
do
How
it
you doing?
we do the same thing, man. Online, in person.
okay?
Thing of it is, man. A lot of people, kind of break it up, man. A lot of people can't come out and train. Like it's a lot of sacrifice, man. You know what I'm saying? Come out,
Mm-hmm.
even a week, 3 days. You know what I'm saying? 3 weeks. It's a lot of sacrifice, man. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people can't do that. So, I've wrapped a lot of my knowledge up inside of an online course and just put it out there for people. You know what I mean? It's like try to break it down the
Okay.
simplest way I can, show them
Mm-hmm.
everything I got. You know what I mean? So just like if they were in person with us, but it's a lot, man. It takes dedication, man. Like with anything, somebody that sees PDR online that's doesn't know anything about it. It's a lot of mental game for them, dude, because they come into it and they're like, this looks so easy. You know what I'm saying? On the internet, it looks so easy, and they come in, they're like, I actually got to work a little bit to actually, try to, got to buy a little bit of tools. You know what I'm saying? It's just like
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people don't want to put skin in the game. A lot of people aren't really serious about it. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
walks of life, man. You know what I mean? You just got to meet people where they're at, and just try to run with it, man. But the knowledge is out there. You know what I'm saying? Right now, this is it's getting a little bit more mainstream. So it's a lot easier right now, in my opinion, for a guy to come in and learn this. Even body guys, you know what I mean? If they don't really want to get into PDR, like it's
What's
something
up?
that somebody can come in real quick and pick up.
Sorry. Got a
Yeah,
little echo go on there.
it is, and it can kind of get portrayed as, oh, you just need a couple little hook tools, and you just go down the window and just wiggle that old thing out, and she's out of there real fast and in a hurry, kind of like the
Yeah.
Instagram videos. And then
Oh,
out in
yeah.
real life,
Yeah.
how do you how do you remove this belt molding now to get down in here, or
Mm.
what do you need to take this door panel off again?
Oh
There's
yeah.
so much involved
Mm-hmm.
that's
There
not
is.
included in the videos. And even if it is, it happens real quick. And people think, oh yeah, just take the belt molding off. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
sure, but to not break it, that takes some skill and some
Yeah,
practice. So
the finesse of moving the metal around, manipulation, getting crowns down to, get the metal back flat. There's all kinds of stuff. So,
Dude,
yeah,
there's a lot involved in it, man. A lot of it's finish work, man. You know what I mean? Anybody
mm-hmm.
can get in with a tool of any sort and push it in up, but to finish it, it's gonna take a little bit. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But you gotta know what not to do. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest part. And there's so much stuff out there right now on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like on the internet, there's a lot of stuff. If somebody was really serious about it, they could pick a lot of this stuff up on the internet. But
yep,
Yep.
somebody that's been doing it forever can cut you. In my opinion, like if I was trying to come in and learn something, I'd buy into a course, to a platform or something to cut my learning experience in half. Show me what I don't have to
right,
go through. You know what I'm saying?
right, right.
So
That's where I found the in-person training really key. I mean, I went into it cracking paint. I left it fixing dents, and
yeah,
just 2 weeks, and I had been doing months and months and months and months of practice with online and everything. And you can get a lot from online, but to fast track it, like you said, really, I would seek out that training as well.
dude,
I
it's
did.
huge. Yeah, it's
It's
huge.
it's huge, huge,
If you want,
absolutely huge.
if you're serious about it, put the money up, man. Put the skin in the game, because that's all that's
Mm-hmm.
gonna do is push you to get it done. You know what I'm saying? That's all it's gonna do.
Yeah,
But
Daniel's
yeah, it's
got you.
crazy. Yeah, you were
Yeah.
talking about that earlier, man. It's like as far as like them guys showing you basically how to read a light fade. I mean that
Mm-hmm.
was one of my biggest problems learning PDR, man. Like that's where I struggled at the most. Like I'd had the lighting I was using was the worst lighting ever. Like I couldn't see the dent. Like I thought I had the dent done, and then turn the light off, it looked like crap. And then
yep,
luckily, dude, freaking, I got introduced. Luckily, I came across some hell guys, dude, and they were like, "Try this," and they just
mm,
rolled a freaking a 36-inch ultralight on the car that I was doing body work on it, man. And it was just like right there, dude. Everything open. I was like, what? I can see everything clearly, man. And it was just
Yeah.
insane, man. Something that small changed everything, because there was times, dude, when I first got into this, I'm like, I'm done, dude. I literally was just like, I started working my way back out of it. It's so easy, man, when you start
It
struggling,
is.
you don't have help or, somebody there to show you, just to keep going right back into what you were originally doing. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And dude, it's
If you
just
don't think
crazy.
about quitting at least once or twice, I mean, are you really a PDR guy at the end of the day? I mean, right?
Yeah. Especially I'll be out there fixing dents, and it's like, man, why isn't this going my way? So
Oh,
yeah, no, there are times where I question myself, but I
Yeah.
look back on my experience of learning body work, and I struggled like hell with that too. And it really was based on I didn't have a good support, and I didn't have good people to teach me. So a lot of that I just had to fail and find out, and it was super frustrating. The first 5 years of auto body, I was asking everybody what they did for work to try and get out of auto body. And then after 5 years, it started to click, and it's like, I could do this. So having done that, going into PDR, I get frustrated. It's part of the process. Just keep
It is.
going, keep going, keep going. Don't give up. Keep going. And I've got a company, and I'm getting good reviews online now. It's blowing my mind. So
yeah,
and
It's
I'm
nice.
still brand new, but it's great. It really, and I'm enjoying it a lot. I like body work, but I like PDR. So
It is
dude,
frustrating, Cass. I can remember still to this day that people laughing at me, hoping I would fail at bodywork. So, I mean, um, anytime you get in the moments, just keep it going, because it gets better and it gets easier. Like Stefan and John said, it'll immediately click. You'll figure it out, and you'll find that one little niche, and it'll just roll for you. And you can move up to the next level, and then the same after that level. You'll just keep moving up.
yep.
oh yeah, man. The big a lot of problem I had too, man, is being an auto body technician, dude. Is just so much doubt with the other technicians in there. Oh man, dude, you can't pick that up. Like, you're a body guy, man. Like, come on, you just
Mhm.
can't do it. And there was a little bit of that at first, you know what I'm saying? Because you're struggling on a freaking dent, a little dime-sized dent, for like 2 hours, man. You're like, dude, I could have done freaking skinned this thing and had it in paint by
Right.
now. Like, it's
Right.
it's a lot of mental, dude. A
It
lot of
is.
mental. But
It is. But you keep going that mile, that little path, I should say, knowing that it might take a little more time, but you're actually honing in your metal repair skills on how to actually get this metal flat. Because I mean, yeah, we can cut the door skin off, or get a new door, and you don't have to worry about it. But then you still don't know how to, if you needed that circumstance into fixing metal, how to get it there.
oh
So
yeah,
Yeah.
it, yeah.
I missed a bunch of these comments. I'm sorry. Jason came in and said, "Crazy how a light can do so much." It really is. It really it magnifies everything you're
Hmm.
looking at, and yeah, and even in estimating, it's key. And I'm still have yet to see a body shop office use a light, which is frustrating.
I am pushing as hard as I can to get all these guys, at least local to me, to have lights in their shop while they're estimating.
Oh, they have it
And
in a shop, and it
yeah,
collects dust.
well, these aren't collecting dust. I'm trying to get these things moving, in motion. So having some success, but it's a battle with everything.
I love the support going on in the chats. Case giving Case and Cass,
Yeah, right.
giving each other support.
And Daniel, I didn't even see this comment, but he said, "What's the best light to use in your opinion? Do you have a favorite light you like, or?"
dude, I've got the D&E. It's a Ukrainian company.
Hmm.
36-inch light. I just bought another one of them. Freaking awesome lights. They got really good stands on them, dude. They're great. I'm not. So
Okay.
I've been working with the Ultra. I've been working with basically the same light as the day I started a PDR, man, which was been like the 36 inch. Not the day I started PDR, but the day I really got introduced to the light, man, that freaking
Yeah.
changed everything for me. But I still got that light, but it's just a basic one strip, 36 inch ultra light. But I've transitioned out of that. And last year, and when we was out in Oklahoma doing some work, I bought that D&E. It's the fatter light, kind of like the chubby, like PDR Solutions light. But
Mm-hmm.
love it, man.
That's a
It's
nice
great.
light.
Great. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
they
I
really
used
are.
that one at David's during my PDR training. I played with all of his lights. He had Stockies, Limit Dents, DNE, Pro PDR, and I played with I really liked the DNE. I actually swung back to that quite a few times.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah. It's a great light, man.
I've heard that a lot of people love the DNE light.
It's good, man. I can't see, dude, when like all the strips are on there. Like I work with either one strip or I'm working two double strips that are the exact same color. Like I can't do it's the warm is all I can see, and I can't do the cool, man. It's just too much on my eyes. So that's the reason why I never really got into those thicker lights, man, because it was couldn't see, you know what I mean? Couldn't really finish anything with them. But once I got that, started playing with it, my eyes started getting adjusted more. Now I'm just like, dude, freaking love it.
yeah,
Good
I
lights.
find myself using a warm light or a cool light depending on the color
Yeah.
of the car. So I find that helps.
me too. Me too.
Yeah, that's the
And
thing with everybody, man. You got to play with it, dude. Everybody sees differently, man. I mean, it's crazy, man. I mean, I've talked to like, just students being in the shop that we're working with. It's like we can see something clearly. The guy next to him can see it clearly, but like the guy that actually, that's doing the practice panels, they can't see anything, man. But like after a while, we start doing different things with them. Like, hey, let's turn more strips on, and just play
Mm-hmm.
with the lighting a little bit, because people just how it is. You know what I mean? Like and the reason why I try to play so much with that, man, is because when I was getting started, what I was using sucked, and that's what changed everything for me is the lighting. So it's like I do my best, man, to try to make sure, because if you can't see it, obviously this, you can't see the dent, you can't fix it. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
you gotta. It don't matter how long it takes to adjust that light. You got to be dead on with it, man. You got to make sure you can see the inside of that dent. You're just going backwards.
Yeah, and Jared, he's talking about estimator, like talking about having lights in shops, those collapsible boards, those big circle ones. And if people will just take that and stick it right in front of that light and, get your pictures, that works fantastic. Or at least that's what I do. I don't know if you guys do anything different.
Dude, I just got
that's
on those. Yeah, I just got on them boards last year or the year before last. Freaking love. Best thing ever, man. Yeah, they're
I
good.
find myself using them out. Like if I go to write an estimate outside or at somebody's place, dude, I'll pop that thing out and kind of mark it up real quick. I love those things.
I love all these lighting comments that are coming in. I would just like to say that people ask me all the time what they should use, the cool or the warm. I said, whatever helps you see the dent better, that's the right one to use. Right? It's personal preference, and it's you'll find what works for you.
It really is.
And Matt says swaps from 1 to 6 strips. If the eyes are struggling, multiple, he turns just one. I can relate. Same thing here. Sometimes it's just to save battery. I turn on just one strip. If you're a mobile and you only got that one battery, it's like, I better just go down to one here. But there are times when I set up 2 based on so I can do my working light, and then I can raise my head and I get a little bit more details from the back one. But it's rare, so one strip usually will get you by a lot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I don't really feel that 6 strips of light is good, but I don't feel it's necessary in all cases.
Oh, no, not at all. I like them. I like that my Illuminant, I've got the new X Factor Illuminant light that was supposed to come out a while ago, and then they had some issues, and now it's out. I never have all 6 on. Never. Usually I have 2. And that's it. Sometimes I'll find that I can see pretty well with the cool and the warm together, but not all the time. So I'll have those 2 and one other strip on. But yeah, I never turn them all on.
Yeah, fading the light super low like Daniel. and push it real far back, you know, and kind of get that up. So yeah, that really helps me too. And
Yeah.
That's a great question. If
Can
you
you
could
s-
only have 3 PDR tools to fix a dent, what would you use, Jonathan?
Dude, almost the same thing I use in all my videos, man. Got to have that interchangeable tip. Got to have the R4. So if it were me, it depends on the panel too. If it's in a wide open panel, I'm going with the Dent Crafter Ultra interchangeable tip, R or interchangeable rod, R4 tip. Uh, Dude, that's it, bro. I'll run a bag up with just that one damn tool. Over and over
There
again,
you,
bro. I
there
mean,
you go.
seriously, dude. That's all I need. If I'm in an open panel, give me that because I can take that.
Charles.
Yeah, I can take that
Sorry.
R4 tip, pop the cap, and then finish with the ball, which I've been doing it a lot lately, man. And I just ran into that. So I was working on a car the other day, man, and the not the other days, a couple weeks ago, but the cap popped off the tip, and usually I'll finish with a super sharp tip, but the cap popped off that tip, and I was just like, man, I'm gonna just do it, and now I'm like freaking
see what
hooked.
happens?
Dude,
Yep.
I'm just telling you, just by mistake, it popped off, and now I'm just like, that's my main go-to now. But like dude, my tools, man, I'm not like one of those, I don't buy a lot of
Have to
stuff.
have everything.
Yeah,
That's
keep
me.
it down to the real simple, dude.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I'm a
and
toolaholic.
oh yeah, and dude, it's easy to get caught up right now in the tool thing, man, because there's just so much out there, and everything looks awesome. But
Yeah.
like what I figured
So much
out,
good stuff out there.
yeah, there is. There's a ton of great tools out there, but man, what I figured out is that the more stuff I buy, the less stuff I would use. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd be
Hmm.
searching around. I'd spend almost more time. If you're on a dent, you can get to that dent with a tool. You're like, I can get to it, but I can probably get to it a little bit better with this one. Then you're putting this down and grabbing this one. Next thing you know, you got like 5 tools laid out, and you could have probably did it with that first tool that you had originally. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So that's
Yeah.
why, like, with me, dude, I'm just about every year, dude, I'll go through a cycle, man, where I'll just downsize, stuff I don't use. But for the most part, man, I've got my cart pretty much dialed in. I mean, it's a simple cart, man. You got your
Nice.
wires and your interchangeable tips and stuff like that. But just your basic stuff. There's nothing crazy on that.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, Charles from Cam Auto, another tool maker, makes some fantastic tools in the house, says hello.
My buddy
Yes,
Charlie,
sir.
thanks for coming in, man. I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Cam Auto, man. I love Cam Auto, man. They're banging out
Me
some
too.
good stuff, dude.
Me too.
Dude, that Cam Auto glue, man. I'm telling you, man. It's just
It's the business.
I used the Cam Auto glue, the collision glue, and I used the his tabs, the big gray tabs with the loops,
yeah.
on almost every single body job. I mean, there's you can't replace those with anything. They're great tools.
Yeah, they are the
Great
business.
glue.
In the
Great.
absolutely.
I also have used his bridge, the 4-foot bridge, and you look at it and you go, man, that thing's heavy. You pick it up and it's like, oh, it's not heavy, and it's really nice. It's a really nice bridge.
I never got to use the bridge, but his smart mini lifter, I do enjoy that.
That's a
pretty
great
cool.
tool too. I mean, we could go on and on with Charlie's
Oh
tools.
yeah, absolutely.
What's the smart mini lifter?
The
Red handle.
Oh, yeah.
With the sliding feet. I have to say, that's when I go onto a PDR job, that's the mini lifter I use. I don't bring the robo lifter, which I used to, mainly because the feet are adjustable to the point where they can go wide enough to be a mini bridge, and you can lock the pressure on and work your crowns with it on there and everything. It's really a fantastic little lifter. And now he offers these special crease tabs and crease feet that really trap the metal around the tab. I mean, we're talking sharp creases fully out one pole. I've never seen that before.
Nice.
They're funky looking at least, but I think it's because they're just indestructible, the tabs, and they're proven. I mean, they're on my shopping list. So
Right on.
yeah, Matt says he uses the no cherry tip R4 all the time. I use
Me
the
too.
R4 and the R2 personally, and both of those they're mint when it comes to getting some of the smaller details out.
Yeah.
And
What is the what's the R2? Is that a cap on it too, or is that just a ball?
it's just a smaller version of the R4, like a real small,
No cap.
no cap.
Okay, I got you.
It's
Yeah.
pretty sharp. I mean,
It is.
it's a tiny little ball in the
Okay.
end, but it is a
Oh,
ball.
really? I got you. Man, dude,
Yeah.
I gotta look into that. I might like that.
It's actually, I had never used one until I went to the Kiko training, and it's part of their GPR Plus system, which is kind of like a system full of PDR tools. And I got warmed up to the R2 tip, so that's another thing I need coming in.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. A little $8
Hudson.
tip, dude.
You
Freaking
can count on him.
You can count on Hudson to come in with some kind of, use the R2 with the D2.
Evening, Andy. What's going on?
And
Daniel said he likes the VIP leather pushing tips. Now, have you got any of those? Any?
Mm-mm.
Those are some really nice leather knockdown tips. If you don't have any,
I've
Yeah,
never
I've
used
seen
them to
them.
push.
Yeah.
I haven't used them to push, but I got those all those big rubber ball tips. I don't know if I don't know if I need to really be adding leather pushing tips. I might like those and want to throw all them other ones away.
I've
You could
seen
just
them
send them to
pushing
me.
tips. Yeah, I've never used them, man. But they could be money. I don't know. Never used them.
I love
Everybody
the leather.
seems to like them.
I love the leather tip on a knockdown. I mean, it's for a soft crown. I haven't made one divot yet with those VIP leather tips. So
Yeah.
it's I really
Yeah.
enjoy those.
I've actually taken some of my tips and just glued little pieces of leather on top of them with super glue. And dude, those work insane too. Yeah, a little cheap way, man. If you've already got a tip, that's a flat of some sort, you can get a little piece of leather to super glue down onto it. Man, those work really good.
Keeps nice and smooth pushing, Daniel says. I bet I don't have any of those VIP leather tips, but I don't know. I'm kind of debating on getting some. I might get some and try them.
They are great. They are great. I can't remember who told me I should pick. I think it was David White.
Probably.
I was thinking it might have been Gene, but he was the one who told me to get the phenolic tips, which again are another tip that I mean, I keep getting into situations where using the cherry cap tip, I'm having too much metal movement. So I grab the phenolic tips before I go to straight metal, and they're very forgiving, but still push really accurately. So that's been nice, and they haven't broke down at all like wood tips would. So
Yeah, they have a wood tip push feel, I think. You ever
do.
used any wood tips
Man,
when
never
pushing or
tried.
knocking down? No?
Never tried them.
Those phenolic tips, they kind of give you a wood push without the breaking down or like destroying it or whatever, if you kind of get in there and
yeah,
push too much on thicker metal or whatnot. But I seem to enjoy those. I use them sometimes.
they're great.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Dude,
I mean when
so much
you're
stuff out there,
walking,
man.
Oh, dude, they're
Yeah,
you
right.
can literally get on any of these sites and just go for days at
Oh,
the
yeah.
new tips coming out. Anson has a lot of really nice tips that I've been seeing lately that I could see have been really useful. But at the end of the day, you got to pick what you like and what works for you.
Yeah,
And this guy right here just hopped in, Ted.
there we go.
He makes material special for Black Magic PDR tips, and he makes a lot of really cool tips. Actually, you ever seen some of his stuff for whale tails?
Is that the dude? Yes.
Mhm.
So
So
I just got a bunch of his stuff in, man, and
these
I
are
was
Yeah.
money.
actually just had the time today to put them on some of my stuff, and I'm like, dude,
Really
these are
cool
nice.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
Really
Great.
cool stuff. And I didn't have that scripted. I just had that there. That's just how that is. You got to keep stuff on hand sometimes.
Yeah.
No, they
Dude.
really are great. I mean, I bought the ones I bought pretty much anything for all the tools I have, all the whale tails and everything. But I especially like the door tool tips covers because they just slide on. and they don't fall off. I mean, it's easy to take off if you need to, but I haven't had them fall into a door or anything like that. They fit in there nicely. They give nice, accurate pushes. Honestly, I barely ever take the cap off. Usually I'm able to finish it with them on. They're hard enough push and accurate enough push. So I can't say enough about Blackmagic PDR tips. They really are. They belong in everybody's box.
Absolutely, they do. That needs to be a given.
And that's not going to break the bank either. So I mean, these are very nicely priced and small business. So I like to support small businesses too.
Me too.
It's good to see you, Ted. Thanks for coming in. Oh, and then we got Nick Van Hook coming in, and he's another tool maker. He makes dent vision tools. I don't know if you've seen the shock blocker or the shock. I think that's what it's called, shock blocker.
Shock blocker knockdown.
It's the one with the spring in it. He's the creator of that, and everybody's raving about it. I haven't used one myself yet, but everybody's raving about it. But he did send us a paddle design that he's created, extendable. It's a soft 3D printed material, and it also has places to put tips into it. So honestly, I grab my paddle, I use it on the knockdown, and then I'm like, no, that needs blending. I just turn it, start blending using my blending tip that's on it. You know, it's just a super convenient tool.
Those edgy tips that you have, the B and the D cup that you had on your hammers.
Yeah,
I think you had them in one of your videos. You had it on a Cam Auto hammer, but I put those two, because he has where you can put tips on each side, on either side of his paddle. So I stuck the D on one, the B on the other, and you could just flop back and forth. The handle is kind of an indexable type, so you know where you're at. You know, you don't have to pay attention to the hammer. You can just keep working, flip it around, and use it. And I've really enjoyed that thing so far.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out, man. That sounds badass.
Daniel used the shock blocker. It's amazing. So that's what I keep hearing. So, and they every time they go in stock, they go out of stock right away. So if you have your chance and you want it, if you see it for sale, buy it.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Because I will.
So that's a knockdown. The shock blocker. Is that what it's called?
Yeah. Go. I don't. Anson has them for sale. I don't know if he has them on his website at all. Dent Vision. Nick, you'll have to tell me that if you do or not. But yeah, you just go on there. Shock blocker knockdown. David Lure. Yeah.
Thanks, David.
Look for that.
Right on.
Hopefully, he should have the paddles coming out.
8 new tools coming from Cam Auto. This guy is always working, I gotta say.
Cranking them.
So,
Daniel got his from Anson too. So yeah, 28 new tools is nuts. You got any? Oh, we need to know some insights on some of that stuff.
You can't just say that and say nothing else.
And, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm excited, Charlie. That's
me too. I'm gonna be looking for some of that stuff.
I'm excited for that. Man, what's the next trade show coming up? I guess it'd be SEMA.
SEMA or the Tool Expo, PDR Tool Expo. Speaking of shows, do you go to any?
Dude, I mean, I went to SEMA last year. I haven't been to any of the PDR shows. Yeah, I haven't been to any of them, man. I need to check them out sometime.
He's just laughing down there, Charles.
He's gonna leave us with the laughy face. All right,
Greg?
So, do you know about MTE? Are you planning on going to that?
Yeah. I need, man, dude. Sometimes I make plans to go, and life gets in the way, dude. Never end up going, man.
I understand that, but we went last year. That was our first year of going. Really, really cool stuff.
I bet.
You had to go to just one show. I would say that one, hands down, 100%.
It really was a blast, and it's and from what I heard, this new venue. I mean, the new venue's beautiful and it's huge and everything, but everybody's wants to go back to the old venue. So in 2 years, it'll go back to the old venue. But if the old venue was better, I mean, I can't imagine because I had a blast last year meeting everybody, seeing the Dent Olympics, and being able. I mean, my one goal I think at MT was a blending hammer. I went around and I picked up every blending hammer and I played with it. I had so much fun just playing with all that. And I didn't want to buy a whole bunch of stuff. I just wanted a blending hammer. That's all I wanted.
And if you want something or want to look at something, it's there, and everybody that does PDR is also there. So, you know, that's also cool to network and, you know, socialize, do all that stuff. Greg says the old venue's way better. The hottest tip, the tech tool of 2024, hottest tech tool.
So David is a body shop consultant, very smart guy. I'm gonna stick with the body shop tools, and I'm gonna say the Kiko L2E system is probably the hottest system tools that a body shop can pick up right now. That's my opinion. I mean, if you guys have other opinions, go ahead and share them.
Yeah, I would also say the same. And Jared wants to know: do you still do any painting or anything? You do any all the old school stuff? Uh-oh, did we lose him?
Yeah, Hudson's the hottest tech.
Yeah,
using a tool. No, we didn't lose him. He's here.
Oh,
Jonathan's
he's here. He's here. Okay. Jared wants to know: do you still do any painting or any of that kind of stuff? Push to paints or?
Who, me?
Yeah, are you still just doing PDR?
Dude, not as much, man. I mean, if I do, it's on like some personal stuff. I've got 2 shops, man. So my other shop, we send heavier stuff to. So like if we're doing push to paints, I get it kind of roughed out or something, or, you know, we'll send it over there and get it sprayed. But me personally, like a lot of times when I do paint work and stuff, man, a lot of times it's on personal stuff or just, you know, good paying an insurance jobs. You know what I'm saying? I'll take the whole ticket.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But not as much, man. You know what I mean? I haven't, not lately, dude. It's been tough, man. It's like just trying to juggle everything like everybody else, man. Just busy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just so much stuff going on, man.
Mm-hmm.
But
so if it's worth it, you'll grab it. But if they're trying to like cap you on everything, then you just kind of push it out the door, huh?
Yeah.
I got you,
dude. Honestly, man, that's like anymore when I'm doing like body work and stuff like that, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're getting paid 100%, I love doing body. I'm a body guy at heart, man. But you know what I'm saying? But like, it's a lot different for me now, man. When I'm getting insurance claims that are like, you know, big paying jobs that, you know, you get 100% of the ticket on. You know what I'm saying? So I still do a lot of it, man. But honestly, like I stay busy just doing straight PDR work, man. And then you know, I've got another business, dude. We do hail damage repair as well, man. So you know, just signed a lease on a building in another state like the other day, man. So, you know, we'll send trailers and warehouses, all that stuff, do the whole 90, man. I've been chasing hailstorms for like past 14 years, dude. So, I mean, I'm involved in a lot of stuff, dude, you know, training, hail damage, retail, you know, I stay busy, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Social media.
That's
a whole nother job.
Dude, that's a freaking full-time business in itself. But
Hudson wants to know: are you using a videographer or are you self-producing?
Nah, man. I've got guys that do a lot of shooting stuff for me. Like anything that's got to do with YouTube where we're shooting full length. You know, I'll have somebody filming all that stuff. A lot of times too, man. Like we'll try to schedule stuff to get dropped off on like, you know, a Monday or something, like many jobs as we can, and then we'll just have somebody there all day just like filming, going through everything just to try to cut it up, you know. Just have the footage there, man, because it can be difficult, man, you know what I'm saying? So it's hard to film your own stuff and edit it, freaking post it. It's a lot involved, man. And to stay consistent, man, which, you know, that's the biggest thing right now. If you're trying to grow a brand on the internet, man, like you got to be freaking every day doing something. And
that's what I tell everybody.
It's
everybody
tricky,
asks me. Go ahead.
It's tricky, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like doing this online, dude, because you know, we're going against an algorithm. You know what I'm saying? Like there's not people on the other line like judging our freaking stuff, dude. Like we post one video that could be a banger and the next video could be freaking nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's like it can mess with your mind a little bit, dude. It's just like, all right, I put this video up, you know, this one got 1 million views and this one over here got 10,000 views. You know what I'm saying? This one here got like 3,000 views, dude. So it's a lot of up and down, dude. It keep, but it's
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
Like it keeps you on your feet, man. It keeps you guessing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, gotta figure it out, just like anything, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
No,
but
I mean that's what
it-
everybody asks me about because they're like, you have so many followers. I said, yeah. And he said, I want so many followers. Like, can you have any tips? And I'm like, first of all, you got to be consistent and post every day. Are you willing to do that? And usually I lose them at that. And they're like, oh, that's just a lot. I'm like, well, then you can forget everything else I'm going to tell you. I'm not even going to waste my breath because if you're not going to do that, nothing else is going to work. So it's you have to be consistent. And you got to keep your head up. And then once you get the following, you got to deal with haters and be able to deal with that without being
Losing your
negative,
mind, totally.
losing your mind, and you can't fight back. I mean, you can prove yourself right, but you can't prove them wrong if you want to succeed. So you can't. It's a balance.
That's not even worth, man. I learned that in the beginning, dude. Somebody saying some negative stuff, instant delete, dude. Don't even go down that path, man, because it'll just do nothing but piss you off, and you're going to be wrong in the end. Because that guy talking crap, he's always right. You know what I'm saying? So you just stop that there. Delete.
As soon as they're wrong, they're going, "Oh, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings." It's like,
oh yeah,
hurt my feelings. They follow that same path. They all do the same thing. It's like deleting it. That's a great. That's a good piece of advice right there. I go a different route. I respond, but like I said, I don't cut them down. I don't. I just prove myself right, and then they continue, and I just ignore it past that point.
Yeah,
you're not even
one
worth
or two
it.
responses.
Here's your response, and that's it. And I used to think that I had to stop that. But like I said, I went to CAMA last year, and it was really in order to create more connections with, collaboration with companies and whatever. And I was going around, and I almost wanted to apologize to all these people. I'm like, I know I respond to haters and everything, and I'm trying not to. And they're like, dude, you're hilarious. You definitely that's why I follow you. It's like, oh. so I was like, oh, I guess I should continue this. I guess I'll do it well.
Yeah.
But no, I tell most people if you can just delete them, just ignore them. That's probably your best bet.
It is the best. And Alex right here, he says he loves that you keep it real with all the tools and your videos and stuff. Don't get too fancy with everything. Get right to the point with a lot of stuff. And I also like that about what you do on your videos. You don't try to add like 5,000 different tools to fix a dent. So
yeah, dude, that's the thing, man. Like, I'm using what I'm using every day. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's the same old stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and that's what it is, dude. The same couple rods, dude, could make you so much money every single day. Grabbing
and you can tell all the tools are used. You're not grabbing out of the fancy new pile and just advertising, dude. These tools have been, they've been used. They've got some wear on them, and I like that. I like that.
Oh, yeah, man. It's the same old grind, man. And that's a lot of things too, man. It's like on social media, dude. It's like people get the wrong conception, man. So they're like in my DMs, they're like, dude, what else is out there? Like, they almost think that you're lying to them, dude. Like, how are you using the same thing on every tool or on every single dent? Like, what's the kit? What are you doing behind the scenes? It's like, dude, it's nothing. It is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But that's just how it is, man. But you know what I mean? That's the part of building a brand on the internet, dude. You know what I'm saying? You got to take it from every direction, bro. So,
yeah.
So I have a question, just purely, if you were approached by a company to promote their tools and it's nice tools, would you do it?
Most definitely, dude. Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
I just wondered.
Yeah. I always keep dude. People hit me up like, hey, will you try this? For sure, dude. Send it to me, because I may see that same tool on the internet and not pass right by it. You know what I mean? And I get it in my hands and I'm like, dude, this thing's insane. Like,
right.
I just had some PDR finesse tools built for me, right? And it's an incline tool that's got a slight little curve on it, and it's for a cherry cap. And I got a 5-piece set of them, and dude, I've been trying to build these, like trying to put them. I built kind of like a mock-up myself because I'm needing them so bad, and not a lot of people to do that, man. So I hit them up, dude. They built me a set of these things, and like telling you, man, these are like freaking money, dude. I use these like almost every single day. But that's the thing, you know what I mean? It's like that's something that like I've been needing, but I've gotten away without using it. And I'm the type of guy like if I can get a tool on the dent, I'm not gonna jump off of it until you know what I mean. If I can touch it, I
Hmm.
can fix it with it. That's something I
Yeah.
learned in the beginning, man, because it's real freaking quick. Even doing body work, dude. Like, oh, I'll go grab this,
Same
and then next thing you
process.
know, you're freaking got 30 tools sitting in here. You know what I mean? It's like,
All on the floor, right
yeah,
around where you're working. You're stepping over them and
yeah,
everything. Yeah, yep.
tripping over them and everything else, dude. But nah,
Every
I just
day.
got me one of them pack out carts, man. Freaking love that thing, man. Everything's really super tight, consistent, man. And it's just like I'm reaching for the same mold anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
but
yeah.
I don't
what
have the
I did,
pack out card. I have the Kiko's GPR Plus card I use, but
yeah.
I have yet to buy the Milwaukee pack outs or the VIP tops or anything. But Stephen here, he has one. He really loves it.
Yeah.
So I mean, in that regard, we do a tool review during our podcast, and I did a recent video on my pack out. Actually, it's generally my pack out setup in general. I didn't open any of the drawers, but I was focused on the top pieces that I have on my pack out, and
Hmm.
so I'll just play that real quick
Okay.
and take care of our
I'll
tool
get
review.
Matt's in just a minute.
Can you hear it?
Yep.
Hey guys, I get a lot of questions about my pack out setup, so let's go over it real quick. So it's a Milwaukee pack out system. I've got the 2 units on a dolly base and a 2 drawer and a 3 drawer. There are lots of different configurations you can choose from. You got to pick what's best and what you're trying to store. I use this mobile for my PDR. Currently it's set up kind of as a shop setup, but when I go mobile, I do try and set it up like this in wherever I'm working. Sometimes I don't have everything out, but if I need everything out, it's nice to have everything available to me wherever I'm working. You got the tequila hub design rods just hang right there, and you don't have to thread them all out. You know, they have this slot in this VIP pack out top. That's the top that I have is made by VIP, sold at Anson. And yeah, I mean, I really love how you can just take the tools right out. I mean, these are the tequila door tools. Spit it
Oh.
out.
The sharp set. It's these 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, the different lengths, and these things are very nice. A lot of PDR techs really love those door lord tools. And I've got my other door tools around here. Here's a Ford tool with a BB tip and some others. I got my Dentcraft door tools hanging in these back holes right here. I've even got a spot for my flat bar. Actually, a few flat bars. Even on the back, we have more mounting areas for more tools. I got my Dent Reaper bendable, interchangeable tip tools. That's very nice. And the slots in the back for the whale tails as well. We all know that noise. It's the sound of the PDR tech coming. More
Like how you got
mounting
the
holes.
JVF
There's a
tool
place
in
for
the
your slide
background.
hammer. I put my Dentcraft round tip tool right here. This is not out yet, but it will be out soon. Is the Dent Vision paddle. It's extendable and it also holds tips. I have the Edgy Tools B cup tip on there. Awesome blending tip. This is my go-to knockdown and blending hammer now, just so you guys know. It'll be available soon at Anson. More tequila hub style slots here for the rest of my tools. Some slots if you need to run something down in there, you can. It's a place for your glue gun. Normally I run the Anson collision glue gun. That's at work. For those of you who know, I still have a day job at a body shop, and so that collision gun's at the collision shop. I've got my glue gun there that I'm using. I also topped it off with this bolster sold at AnsonPDR.com or on their app. It holds everything I need that's, you know, that I immediately need. Mini lifter goes right there, my alcohol, space for my knockdowns.
This is a soft, flexible material. I like to put all my tips right here for easy access. Pushing and knockdown tips, my phenolic tips, my leather tips, peak tips, soft cap tips, R4s, everything right there. Spot for my glue. Currently I'm using Anson Hard Pull Collision. That's what this is, and this is Tequila Collision. You get more of a hard pull from this and more of a flexible pull from that. Great glues all around. I've got my Dent Slayer AR9 slide hammer here. If you want to know more about that, just ask me, and the tips that came with it. But yeah, that's my setup for the VIP top and the Anson bolster on top on my Milwaukee pack out. I hope that helps you guys that are wondering. Stick around if you want to see this monster in action. That's the JVF retention tool, also available at Anson PDR and on their app. If you have any more questions about my Milwaukee,
You can ask me right now.
So cool.
That's
Nice,
I
man.
had
Good
I had
setup.
fun building that, and yeah, I had a lot of fun building it. It's really great for the mobile work. So
Oh, yeah. That's
Matt was talking
good.
about building tools. Matt wanted to know if you're going to take any video of those designs and show everyone, or are they built specifically for you? Do you plan on like marketing any of those tools or anything down the road for those? The PDR finesse tools you were talking about?
Oh, no, man. Dude, if you guys want to order them, just hit them up. Just tell them you want the same design from Elevation Dent Company. That was kind of like a spinoff they did, but I've had so many people hit me up about those. Just go straight to them, man. They'll build them for you. You can get like the 5-piece kit. I think it's like $480 or something. Well worth the money, man. So good.
Ultra tools. I like Ultra tools. I
Nah,
have a few of
PDR,
those.
PDR Finesse, PDR Finesse.
PDR finesse.
Yeah,
Mhm.
PDR Finesse. Yeah.
Aiden wants to know what's your go-to door tool? Just the same old tools that you got in the videos, or you change it up?
Yeah. I use
Yeah.
So-
the door tool from PDR Finesse, the long and the short. I think it's like a
Me too.
24 and a 36. That's the
that's
one.
my favorite tool. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. And then I cut the head off one of them. I'm using that telescopic from Metal Medic to get
Okay.
that more leverage. That's really good as well. But that's all I use. And then I've got an ultra door tool that's got a little bit more blunt tip, which I was putting those Black Magic caps on there today, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna end up using this a lot because
Yeah, you are.
Yeah,
They're great.
they really are.
To answer you, Aiden, the sharp tip and the blade tip, they're used for different applications. So, I mean, the blade tip, you're going to push a lot of bulk metal out. The sharp tip is for details. So, I mean, really, they're kind of both necessary for glasswork PDR. But can you get it done otherwise? Probably.
Probably,
It's just that's what those tools are designed to do.
depending on the circumstance you're in.
Right. I mean, I don't use those door lord sharp tools until I'm down to details. But then when I'm down to details, those things are really nice. And having the 4 different sizes, you're not up here pushing. You can easily just put it right where you're comfortable. So
Details, or if you're working on the aluminum, then you would want to use those.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Gotta
do a
have the
lot of
sharps
aluminum.
on that aluminum. Yeah, I just did a Nissan. I think it was a Nissan Rogue the other day. I'm like getting inside this door, and I'm like, dude, what is going on? Freaking aluminum front and back doors, and the fenders, I'm like, freaking Nissan Rogue, like what? It's crazy, man.
yeah, they're aluminum
Everything's
now.
coming out with aluminum.
I actually saw that video. I think you put out a video
Yeah,
on it.
dude.
Yeah,
Dude, I'm
it's a
like-
Nissan Rogue doors, aluminum. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like,
Dude,
yeah.
Crazy.
that threw me off, dude, man. I'm like, I'm not, yeah.
I wouldn't have expected it. I wouldn't have expected it either. They're all going that way. They're either going that way or they're going high strength steel skins, and that's gonna act just like aluminum too. So it's that's gonna throw a lot of people off.
I got to get some PDR finesse sharp tip tools. I don't have any, but I know tons of people love them.
Plastic
dude.
gates.
Yep. Plastic.
Yeah, the Rogues have had plastic gates for a while now.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah. But
Yep.
yeah, man, it's this aluminum, man, can be difficult on these side panels. Telling you, man.
It is.
Ford, or not Ford, Toyota RAV4, the fenders on them things. Gosh, dude, something about
Alex
that. I just
says-
hate working on it.
Which ones are aluminum? Which ones are steel? I'm about to write an estimate on one.
Are you really?
Yeah, one of my coworkers that showed me a couple dents on his right front door, and they're like this
your
long.
best.
They're pretty shallow. You're good.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
I would guess the front doors would be aluminum, but that's only a guess. I don't know why you would do 2 and 2.
That's really weird. Do you know, Alex? Can you help us out there? Or, I mean, I'll find out before I write it because I always try and stick my magnet ruler to whatever I'm estimating, and if it doesn't stick, it's, well, that just put the price up.
What I wouldn't do though, if I was working on like a front door and replacing a fender or something, I had a little damage on the front door and I stuck it to something and it was steel, I wouldn't go back to the back door expecting it to be a different material.
Right. That's funky. That's really funky.
That is.
And he says he likes the PDR Finesse Sharp tool set. I will say, so when I went to my TDR training with David White, one of the tools he got me as part of my training was the PDR Finesse door tool with a ratcheting handle. And I mean, I probably could attack every door with just that tool because it is super nice. I could see how adding the extra, he's about 90%. It's the front doors that are aluminum. So yeah, I'm gonna test it. I guess I'll release that. I'm gonna make a video on that.
Yeah, that's interesting. I would have guessed if they'd done anything, it would be aluminum on the front, but wow,
The beds are aluminum as well. So
everything's aluminum.
Tristan, hey Tristan, what's up, man? I saw your earlier comment. Tristan went to a glue pulling demo to try and better himself. I was really proud to hear that. That's really cool. He's been following me for a long time. It's Young Auto Body Tech. Don't do glue pulls. Don't have the equipment yet. What is the waiting period on fresh paint to glue pull? I wait at least 24 hours, but then if it's fresh paint, even if it's longer than that, I don't snap the tab off. I do very gradual lifts and do not snap the tab off because you'll have a better chance of pulling paint off. But yeah, definitely at least 24 hours.
Paint's still curing even after it's still dry. So the longer you can get away from it, like not gluing on it, the better you be.
Yeah,
for sure.
But I mean, being in a body shop, we always get asked, those of us who can read a light, so, oh, we just painted this panel and there's a little ding in it. Can you take care of it? It's like, how long? What's the latest I can do it? How long can we wait? When are they picking up? So
I hope Tristan he enjoyed that glue pull seminar too, because that was fun. That was fun to record and stuff.
It was cool. I mean, we're over an hour now, so I mean we're wrapping up here. But I will say, Gene had that K power or K bar, the bridge. Yeah, the K bar on there, and he cranked the glue tab just to show how strong glue can be. Yep. And in front of the whole room, and he's like, and then we take the alcohol, and he sprayed the alcohol. Before the whole spray got on the panel, the bridge was in his hand. It just poing. It's like the whole room was like just laughed, and it was like, I've never seen that even.
Yeah, he's like, do I have your attention now? And everybody's like, yeah, we do, yeah. Absolutely.
It couldn't have gone more perfect than that. So that was pretty cool. Of course, everybody's coming in with the comments. Cold glue from Dead Dent this month. That's right, Aiden. If you order
glue of the month on the app,
if you order anything, even a small little tip from the app, they will send you a free package of glue, some tabs, some stickers, a guide, all sorts of stuff. Just make sure to order on their app, and you'll always get that.
And Greg says his shop's getting a Kiko kit. That's awesome. I love to see that.
Very cool. Very cool. David, nice to see you. Alex, Tundra front doors are aluminum, rear doors are steel, fenders are steel, and the hood is aluminum.
Well, that answers that.
we're just mismatching everything.
That's crazy, man. Thanks for bringing that up, Alex, and appreciate it, man.
No, I really appreciate that, Alex. That was an
Yeah,
interesting fact.
That's interesting and good insight. Absolutely.
Well, I want to thank you, Jonathan, for coming on. We feel really lucky that you agreed to come on here. And
Sure, man. Yeah. Thanks for the invite. Y'all appreciate it, man.
Yeah, we had a good time talking. Yeah, absolutely. We enjoyed it. Our guests here, followers, enjoyed it.
And you didn't drop out at all.
No,
dude.
That's good.
Everything went well.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yep.
Nice. So hang on in a minute for the background, and we'll hang on and get you in just a second.
All right.
I just cut him off.
Yeah. No, you're good. You're good. Yeah.
Glad to hear that, Tristan. I see Tristan says he's planning to get. Yeah, it would be great for the shop. Yep. The Kiko system is amazing. Make sure to get it now this week. You guys get LTT beams at the same time. If you haven't ordered it yet, order it this week. You get LTT beams at the same time. Those are like hundreds of dollars each.
Yeah.
So, and if you don't know what they are, they're lateral tension. You put the beams on either side of the dent, and then they squeeze together. So putting the lateral tension on, and you don't have a bar in your way, so you could still see the dent and work the dent with the tension on there. So they're great. I don't know. You're gonna have to send them a message.
I can ask him and let you know here in just a minute, but
yeah. Send him a message. Give him a follow. Elevation Dent Company on Instagram. I mean, really great videos. I've learned a lot watching his videos, and he does it so quick. I feel like I've had a crash course in every dent he's ever done. So it's really
it's really awesome stuff. I enjoy it. And
thank you, Daniel.
I appreciate it.
Thank you for coming in, everybody.
Everybody, yeah. Everybody that's here hanging out.
We had a lot of comments, a lot of viewers. Every week we come on here, there's more and more people watching, more and more comments. Thank you very much.
Appreciate
Can't thank you enough.
This is episode 11 wrapped up in the books. So
only 11.
Only 11.
We've got like 200 something followers, over 100 likes, and then like another 90 on that platform, another 60 on that platform. You guys are blowing us away, and we're committed to keeping this going. We're gonna make it better and better. I mean, I think we're making it better and better.
We're gonna do our best, So
yeah.
So keep sticking around.
Yeah, thank you, Eldar, Daniel, Matt. Yeah, awesome. All right, guys. See you next week. Bye, everybody.